home to the Florida State Seminoles, and just listen to this crowd energy. Every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Noles will kick this deep to get us going. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. So Syracuse's offense making their way on the field today. And here comes the tight end who's having such a great season. Kirk, you talk to opponents, and they always use the same phrase, matchup nightmare.
Well, what stands out to me with this guy is it's not very often, you're right, the defensive coordinators are most concerned about a tight end. But in this case, that is exactly what we're dealing with. This guy can hurt you in so many different ways.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. Syracuse lines up quickly. He hands it off from the gun. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the Seminoles offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. If there's one guy on this defensive side, Kirk, who can be a game wrecker, it's this elite pass rusher. Very much on the quarterback's mind today.
Yeah, Chris, but it's going to be very tough. This quarterback does a nice job of moving around in the pocket, and also he's going to have an awareness of exactly where this guy is and have a clock in his mind about how quickly that ball needs to get out.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. And he's going to launch it deep again. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain.
Well, it's really a pretty simple thing here by this quarterback. He sees press man on the outside, so he sends his receiver on a go route, and he hits him in perfect stride for a nice gain downfield. And to be honest, Chris, this is a matchup I'm sure he's going to be looking for as often as he can today.
2nd down after that previous play. Looking to throw it again. Grab down the middle. It's Hart. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. He's running out of time here. Rips the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Trying for a 4th down completion. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And now the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker is coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes him pay for it.
Fires it to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Syracuse lines up quickly. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. And now they'll set up for the point after.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return begins inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Makes a nice move there. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. I tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackle made after a big gain. The Noles lining up here on 1st and 10.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects a team's mental psyche and their confidence. And we'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Here's the 2nd down play. The shotgun running play call. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Offense facing 2nd and goal. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Gain moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. No hesitation from the head coach. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Deep powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles.
I think they completely caught this defense off guard. 4th down and goal. I think everybody thinks the quarterback's going to have the ability to run or throw, but instead they run the football in here, and they somehow get this touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now. We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. And as we move to the second quarter, you hope these teams will build a promising start. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. Syracuse lines up quickly. And now they run the draw play. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And the return ends with the man stepping out of bounds. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. It ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. We start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Second down after that run on the previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
First down and 10. They'll hand it off. He's found some room at the 45. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run. The Seminoles offense is on the move now. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And he's tackled after the catch.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3 and out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Syracuse lines up quickly. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Lets it fly to the wide out. And it's complete downfield. And the gain just good enough for a first down. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the...
And the junior able to get home with the sack. The sack sets up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking for the wide out. He's got it for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Off the play fake on first down. Fires it to the wide out. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Gets rid of it on the move. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. We'll look to throw it here on second down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Orangemen.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And it's fielded. The returner trying to create good field position here. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Here's the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Pass is incomplete, but there's a flag. This is a big call coming up.
Hold it. Offense.
So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. They've converted 1 of their 2 4th down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a 3rd attempt right here. Quick throw. The catch is made. And the Seminoles pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver. And the ball comes out that fast. It puts so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's hurt. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that he gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. 2nd down, looking to throw it. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Looks left and finds his target there. Touchdown, Florida State. Strong game by this quarterback. BAT puts them up 3. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He'll return it from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. So it's first down, but they'll just take a knee and head to halftime. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick catch. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap. Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Looking to pass here on second down. Nice grab. It's Diggs. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
But good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
And the Knowles line up on first and 10.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on. Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. And when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Can they pick up the first on the ground? They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense first and goal from the 10.
Now, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hart. Touchdown, Seminoles. Still no answer for this offense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks. Syracuse lines up quickly. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Nowhere to go, the ball knocked loose. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Bringing pressure. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Really excellent possession last time. He mixed the run, the pass, kept the defense off balance and route to a touchdown. Caught over the middle. It's Diggs. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Looking for a deep completion. And it's a touchdown. Wait, looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Now it's second down here. From the shotgun, drops back. Receiver makes the grab. In the clear at the 25. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This offense producing chunk plays through the air. The Noles are going to cash in the red zone.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality is seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved, catching passes. That's tough to stop. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? They can put the game away right here. It's first and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Throws it to the right. And he's got it. Breaking free at midfield. And just like that, in one play, they've moved into scoring position at the 23. Syracuse lines up quickly.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. To throw, it's Morton. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball's not intercepted.
Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? They make the stop, but not before a solid game that time.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Trying to find room. It's Singleton. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And the offense will stay out there. They are 2 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Send the back in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. 7th play of the drive coming up. Takes the ball and heads to the left. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down. The Seminoles will come to the line on fourth down, looking to keep the drive going. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. The pass rush closing in. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They tackle him about the 14.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. Second down play coming up. He'll hand it off. They tackle him about the 14.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Defense is coming after him.
And the pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
And the Seminoles will line up to boot it away. On a punt now for the first time today. It's a low punt. Won't travel very far. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Looking to throw. It's Morton. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Drops back. Looking to throw for it on third down. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Lets it go quickly. And he throws his third interception of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost him.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. And the Noles will bring their punt team on the field now. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Oh, and it's blocked. Defense scoops the ball up. Can they take it all the way back? Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Cannot escape, and down he goes. Now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock. The sack on 1st down. It's 2nd down. Dropping back. It's Morton. Looks to the left for a quick throw. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically,